this is full in the fall, as you see on the I fished Canada about a week and a half ago and done really well, so I thought I'd just venture over to the States. As you can see in the back, car is packed solid. I've been driving about 4.5 hours. I've got 2.75 hours left to a unknown exclusive lake. I've never fished it before. It's a new adventure for me. So stay tuned. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and subscribe, and keep tuned, because there's a lot more footage to come. So I'll just spin you around and show you where I'm going. It's unreal. It's just all the way through mountains, just winding up and down, up and down. Beautiful, beautiful day. It's in the mid-70s in the fall, which is beautiful. Look at that. It's just so pretty. Pretty drive. I'm going to sign off and hopefully see you guys. Right guys, just got here. So I've got to get all that gear across the mud, or drop the boat in, which I've got to anyway, and then go by boat round and then drop it in the edge over there, which might be a plan. It might be plan A. So let's get on and do this, and I will talk later when I start marking up and baiting and echo sanding. Laters guys. Well, I got the gear here all by boat, so it wasn't that hard. It's 81 degrees, it's so hot. I hope it ain't too hot. There's the boat. I don't know if you can see out there to the left of the picture slightly. There's a marker. It's about 75 meters, something like that. It's not that far, but it's in. I've got 18 foot to the right, about 17 in the front of it, and I've got 14-15 to the left, and it's starting to come up on the plateau. So let's give that a go, and I'll sign in later if anything happens. It's all baited up out there now and marked, so I won't cast out until just before dark, so it starts cooling down. Anyway, I'll sign off. Well, it's the first evening. It's just as you can see, it's just getting dark. Sun set just over the mountains there. It's looking very, very quiet though. So it's been extremely hot. It was 81 today. I think it's going to be 81, 82 tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to that. It's too hot for me. I've set up under a tree. I'm about, as you can see, the rod's right down the bottom there. Yeah, I mean, they've got to be 75, 85 meters away. I'm right up, tucked up in the trees here, just sleeping on my bed. I haven't put no bivvy up or anything. It's so warm. Morning anglers. It's about 8:30 in the morning. So first night, no bites. I think I've heard about 2, maybe 3. I mean, you're getting other fish jump. I think there's trout or something else in here. Or it's bass striking in the edge, but I definitely heard 2 to 3. One was at, oh, here we go, I've got a bite. See you later. Well, as I was just talking, it was a cat. They're just getting bigger and bigger, these cats. So I've been using Central IB pop-ups, and last night I swung over to some tigers. I still caught cats on tiger nuts, straight on the bottom, but it definitely slows your bites down for the cat. So it's got to be the way forward now. So if I've got one rod, this middle rod here, I've got one rod on Essential IB, and I've got the two outside rods on Tiger Nuts on the bottom. So let's see what happens. Look at that mist, unreal. It was just thick last night. I couldn't see the marker, I couldn't see anything. Just mud, 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 and fog, and catfish that I ate. I hope the carp start moving around soon. I don't want to put up with these cats all the time, especially through the night and through the day. Because it's so warm in the day, I mean at the moment it's not, it's about 12, but it's going to be 80 so day. There's no shade, so my camp's right up in the trees there, and I've got about 75 to 80 yard run all the way down to where the boat and the rods are there. So it's hard work going up and down catching these cats, so that's why I'm trying to slow them down. Just a little bit of a scrambled egg and a bit of bacon. So I think I've had 7 cats now, 7 cats to about £6, something like that. Horrible things. Not interested, not impressed. This lake better kick up trumps. Hopefully. It seems like they're more active around the 4 to 6 to 7 in the morning. It's when I heard the 2 or 3 fish crash out in the middle. But, we'll give it a full day. I've got to go out and bait up soon. Stick another 5-6 key in and see if we can ambush something through the day. Not sure if it's a day or night spot here. It seems like a lot of the bites come through the night, but all we can do is try. Right, I'm going to eat this scran. See you later, boys, and I'll sign in a little bit later. Well, guys, yeah, I went out in the boat. It's dead as a dodo. Like, I don't know if you can see the marker, just slightly left of the boat. Yeah, so went out in the marker. There's nothing there. There's catfish there because I'm getting cats. I mean, I'm getting cats up to about £8 now. They're getting bigger and bigger, the cats. But yeah, I've changed to 3 tiger nuts and 1 little plastic on the end just to sort of lift it, lighten it a little bit. I've had 1 cat on it. Hopefully that'll slow it down, taking off the pop-up. I mean, I do like the pop-ups. It's my go for rig at the moment, but the cats are jumping on it. All 3 rods, the cats are having it. But since I put tigers on a couple, it's slowed it down. Still getting cats, but it's taking like 4 or 5 hours to get a cat, you know, so it's just taking them longer to find it. So I've just baited up again. I'll just put another probably 5-6 key out all around the marker. And I went out to sort of 3/4 nearly the other side, which don't look that far across, but it's got to be 350 metres from bank to bank. Yeah, I went out and there was loads and loads of bubbles in the 42 foot of water, which is probably about 60 yards off the other bank, but it's so steep, that other bank, it's got to be an 85% like drop, straight drop. You can't even get out of the boat on it. It's ridiculous. You can't fish over there. It's just too slippery and too vertical sort of thing, you know. So anyway, I took my right hand rod out. I've only got 200 on, so I've got £80 braid on from the lake in Canada. So they only hold 200. So I put the right hand rod at 200, literally about 3 turns to the knot, and locked it up so it can't go in. And then threw some bait round, and then just placed the bait at 200, which was in about 23-24 feet. It was just starting to bowl over to get into the deep water where the bubbles were, but I couldn't reach it. I ain't got enough line to get out there. You want at least 250, probably 300
to get out there properly. I'm not sure if they're carp. I haven't seen anything jump out there, but there's a lot of bubbles, a lot of bubbles, and on the echo it's picking up the odd fish and that, but you don't know if they're all shoals of cats. I don't know. So last night I heard 3 crash in the night, which I would probably say they were carp. But there is like the bass, and I think there's trout or whatever, and they like thrash in the edge and jump, and in the night you think they're carp, but they're not. I'm starting to suss out the noise of them now, and obviously to a carp. So so it's 12 o'clock midday on the first full day. One night last night, nothing. I've really not really seen much. I had a shoot up to a bay to me right, went up probably, I don't know, quarter of a kilometre up to have a look, and there's a couple of bubbles here and there, but nothing. They're just not showing anywhere. Now I don't think, going by what the people said, they don't show much. They're not lunky fish here, which is really strange, but so anyway, I'm rambling on, so I'm going to chill out while it's still cool. It's getting hot now, but I'm up in as you can see, I'm up in the trees. So I'm just going to chill, and I'll get back to you later if anything happens, or I'll bait up a bit later on tonight. I think I'm going to bait heavy tonight, and put out a bit more, and just see if they do move in, it holds them. So that's if they come through. At the moment, I don't even think they've come through this stretch, to be honest. So everything's crossed. Everything's crossed, and hope the carp move in. Laters. Afternoon, guys. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Still on day one. Yeah, still dead. Earlier on, I put one bait out 200, and just poured some bait on the boat and dropped it. Come all the way back. I had like a one toner. Whether it was a cat or not, don't know, but it just blurred off. I went down there and it took the tip off the buzzer, and the tip was on the floor, and I only had about probably, don't know, 10 turns of line on there to the knot, and it was at the knot, and it just hit the rod. I've got it locked up so it can't pull the rod in, and then it just lifted the tip up and brought it round, but there was no fish there. I got down there, picked it up, and there was no fish on the end, so, which was weird, because obviously if it was hooked to that distance, it would have just kited on a tight line. So I'm pretty sure it was a cat. Just grabbed hold of the 2 tigers, and I think it just ran, and it just held it in its Velcro mouth, and it's just gone dead tight, and it's just pulled the bait straight out, and the hook obviously was in its mouth. Thank God, because I don't want to bring a cat in from 200, that's for sure. If I had a carp on, then I would probably jump in the boat and chase it and land it off the boat, in the middle. So there was nothing there, which was disappointing really, after an 80-metre run down the hill in 26 degree heat. It wasn't fun, to be honest, and there was nothing on the end. So it's all looking good, dead quiet. Still ain't seen anything jump or any signs of resemble of carp. Few bubbles here and there, but I ain't got a clue if the bottoms does that here or what. I don't know nothing about the lake itself, so it's all new to me. Right, I say running into me second evening now, and I'm probably in another 2 hours I'll go out and bombard load of bait in, and drop the baits again, and just see what happens through the night, and just hope the cats stay away. Probably not, knowing my luck, but there you go. What can you do? Okay, I'm going to sign off. So, tight lines. Not weighed the fish yet. Just zeroed it in, pound and a half back for the weigh bag. So you can see it's back there. It's a big fish. If it ain't 40, it's very close, so it should be just over. First take on the left hand rod, out the blue, 4 o'clock the following day. It's my first full day, and just absolutely one tone blur in the 13 foot. It's in the slightly shallower water in this heat, 82 degrees. Well, let's get it on scales anyway. Let's see what she is. I don't know if you can see that. I think that's off. I can't even see it, and I don't even know what it's reading. So I'm going to have a look. It's touching the side. That's better. Now it's swinging. $45. It looks like 45 on the dot. £1.5 back for the scales. I've done that already, and it's in a obviously drain. It's a big common. Yeah, I'd say 45 on the right on the button here. I can't see it spot on. You can probably see it better, but it's reading 45. 45 first take, and there she goes. Look at how long she is. 45 on the button. Look at that. That is unreal. Look how long it is. She's really thick. She must be 8 inches thick all the way down, as they are in here. 45, second biggest at the US so far. First take out of the new lake. Look at that. I'm well happy with that. Alright guys, as you just see on the video, I still can't believe it. It's blown me away. £45. It was so long, but it was like 8 inches all the way down. They're really they're a bit like the St. Lawrence fish really. When you get a 40 up there, they're not that deep, but they're really wide and really long, and they've got big tails, and it's probably just the genetics of this lake, the way they must swim mega distances, you know, and move quick, looking for food and stuff. So it must be something to do with that. But £45, come on, first run. And I just had another run it's probably about an hour and a half after. I dropped a bait at 200. I probably said it early on the video. I dropped it at 200, threw some bait round it, and it was actually about 2 turns left on the spool, and I had it clamped up tight. I had the rock lock on the back and locked in, so it pulled tight, you know. If it took, it just hold tight, and I thought at 200 the fish is going to come to walls, or it's going to kite right or left or whatever, yeah. But at 300 you got 45 foot, and it's like a big, like it comes down the other side real deep at 42 to 45, and then it slowly comes up like that towards me, and it comes right up to like 3 foot, 4 foot, you know, and basically the bank. And it was in 23 foot, I believe, 22, 23, and it's probably about 30 yards back from the 40 foot, you know. It wasn't on the ledge, it was back a bit, but that's as far as I'll get with my line. I've got 80 on, see, because I had it for snag fishing in the other lake. So yeah, so I had it right to anyway, I jammed it all up and everything, and I laid down after that fish and just relaxed and that, and sort of passed out basically, after big old travel yesterday and all that. And then I got one toner, and it just stopped, because obviously it's going to hit the spool within about 10 turns. It's going to hit the spool, bang. I mean, don't come off, because I've got it the way I've looped it. So I've woke up and thought, what the, and it stopped, and I thought, oh, it's a cat, because that's how cats go, yeah, they go beep, beep, and then they stop, and then 10 minutes later they go beep, 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 and that's a cat. So I thought, I laid there for a couple of minutes, and I thought, oh, it's a cat, oh, I ain't getting up, it's so hot, you know, it's 82 degrees, and I just laid there, and then I looked, and I mean, the rods are 80 metres away, they're quite away, and I looked, and the tip was on the floor, and the butt was jammed in on the butt, on the clamp, and it's pulled off the buzzer and gone bang, it's hit the floor. So it's pulled it round, so I went, oh my God, so I run down there, I picked it up, fish wasn't there, I reeled it in, and it snapped the hook trace. and I've got 35-pound hook trace. I don't think I've ever snapped it. And I use it in snags and everything. I've never had a problem with that line. And at that distance, you wouldn't think something that hard would, at that distance, you think the fish would pull it and then it'll just kite, wouldn't you, on 100 metres out, 200 metres out. But it didn't. It must have just wanted to go into that 40, yeah? It come out of the 40, must have took the bait and gone, right, I'm going back to the 40. Obviously an half-decent fish, and it's just gone bang, 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 and it's just pulled the back rod rest leant forward slightly, but it was well in the ground, so it wouldn't pull out. And it just snapped. 35-pound hook trace. I couldn't believe it. I reeled it in, it was gone. So, yeah. You know, I was hoping there was going to kite right or left or come towards me, but to go straight out, obviously I got 1 in 4 chances of it to go that way, but it went that way. So, yeah, I lost it. So, you know, the fish in here, I mean, it could be anything. You know, it could have been a good 20, or it could have been another big one, a right big one, but never know. So anyway, rebaited. I've dropped it back out, but 150 this time, and left 50 on the spool. So I dropped it a little bit back. It's probably in about 19, 18, 19 feet for the night, and I dropped the 45 was on the left side of the marker. And that's on the 12 to 13 foot, so it's coming down like this. Then you've got the marker, and then I've got 17, 18, 20 going this way. And most of my cats have been in the sort of 18, 19 feet, you know, and on top, it don't seem to be as bad. So what I've done, I've put one on the marker, and then I've put one well left and baited more and more left. So I've gone up onto probably 12 feet of water. So I've pushed the bait up on the shallows a little bit more and brought the other one round to 14 where I had, well, just slightly right to where I had that 45. And then I've left the right hand side clear, and I've gone well past the marker and dropped a bait about 150. And if I get cat out on that and it's dark or whatever, I just reel it in and drop it on the right side of the marker, you know, so it's not a big deal. But I just losing that fish out there, you know, is there more out there? Are they coming that route down the middle or what? I don't know, you know. I mean, that 45 could have been a fluke. And as I was playing it, actually I went out in the boat because it took it round the back of the marker and whatever. And I was playing it off the boat, and I don't want to risk any fish in here if it feels like it's like grinding or anything. Anyway, I went over, and as I was bringing the fish up, you could see it spitting out all my particle. It was all coming out of his mouth as I was playing it, and it was rolling around in the clear water out there. Yeah, it was spitting out mouthfuls of all my chickpeas and stuff, you know, and maize and that. Yeah, so it's proper on it, you know. It was proper on the feed, which is a good sign, obviously. But yeah, so we're all ready for tonight. We got it all out there, and I'll sign back if I get any bibbly bobs, or if I get anything really early in the morning. I might do the old camera, or I might just bag it up and stick it in the bag, as if it happens. It might be just the one out of the blue, but you never know. I still ain't seen anything show or anything. There's a few bubbles in the mid-channel out there, and so I'm sort of believing that some of them are carp. Some of them are, like, it's very soft at the bottom, it's very silty. And what I'm going to point out quickly before I go is that I was putting the bait in the ball, yeah, I was like making the ball up the pack, and then I was hooking it right in, so it's really in well, because I'm whacking it like 170, not 170, about 70, and it's so soft at the bottom. If it lands wrong, it's going to go and it's going to sink into the crap. I know the fish will grab it around and break it up, but I was just thinking about it in my head, and I'm thinking, the presentation, I don't like it like that. Plus, if the cat's coming at the ball, which they do, I want the bait to be away from the ball to give me more chance that the cat don't take it, like he just keeps banging the ball, yeah? So what I've done, I've left the traces out. So I've done the traces about 10 inches, and I've left the traces out as I chucked. And I've done 2 tigers with a plastic, so it's like a little banana off the bottom, really. It just sits on the bottom and it bends up just slightly off the bottom, so it sort of just sits on the silt a little bit, you know, and just gives you that little bit of presentation. And that's why I had the 45 on it, and I lost the other fish. So whether it's just coincidence or what, I don't know, but I've got a lot more confidence in that than having it in the ball and jammed, that it could be landing on the ball in that silt. So if the fish are aggressive, they will break it up and find it. But if they're coming through picking, you know, and they're not really having it, it's 70 degrees that water.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm on the second night morning now. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning AM. I had 3 last night, all small ones, all under £20, which is, I mean, obviously there's got to be small ones in here because obviously there's big ones in here. But yeah, kindergarten last night basically. I just had a couple of half takes on cats, and I can't bother to go down there and rebait it, but I've got to soon anyway. But yeah, three small commons. About 4 o'clock, 4:30, something like that is when they go. And while I was down there, you could hear the odd ones crashing out, and I heard a couple of real big bangs out there, but they were well out. I think they're in the channel. I think they're in the 40 foot channel, which is 300 metres away. But yeah, anyway, thought I'd just sign in and let you know. So I'm going to lounge around a little bit more. It's thick mist at the minute out there. So let it sort of break a bit and get my arse going and get some baits out, and it needs rebaiting. I mean, once the cats start giving you little knocks and stuff, then obviously they're finding the bait. There's not enough other bait there that they can, you know, be preoccupied on. So it's a sign of the bait gone, really. Anyway, later, boys.
Here we go, 34.10. It's just under 35, but second biggest. Nice. Just before I got asleep on the second night, coming into my third night. That's not too sad. Happy days. Was pretty good. Brian turned up, one of the young anglers who fish here. Everyone knows Brian from Michigan. He's done well last night. He had a few 27, 28, 29 pounders. I had a 28 and I had a 34, as you see on the video. I put that on video. The other one I put back, and all the Brian ones we put back. It was just hectic at times. I had a small little 3 or 4 pounder, which was cute to see, but obviously not targeted. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to sign off, and as you can see, the mist is behind us, and we've still got a chance for another little diggly blur. So tight lines, boys, and stay tuned, keep on the channel, keep on this video, see if we can come back with some more. Morning anglers. Brian still here. It was on his second night. He's fished with me. He's on cat duty at the moment. He's trying to have some sleep. We had we had three carp each. I think the biggest was like 27. We didn't weigh them, but 27 down to about 16 pound. We're getting in the kindergarten stage, and yeah, we're not. I mean, it's nice to catch, obviously, but I'd rather catch one fish and have it, you know, on video sort of thing. But unfortunately, they're all small at the moment. Yeah, they started off big, and then they're just getting smaller and smaller as the fish go on. You know, as more and more bait we put in, you know, they're just finding it. But yeah, so we had six last night between us, so 3 each. I've had yesterday night. I didn't do some film. I think I had two. Can't remember two. I think I had 2 to 28 pound, and a 25 or 24. Again, we threw them back, and then Brian had about 3 or 4 on his own as well, so he done all right. Same sort of stamp, you know, in that in that sort of 23, 24 to 26, which is not bad. I mean, you know, happy days. I mean, you know, standing that's okay, but then when you sort of get up at 3 in the morning, thick mist, run down there, and it's a sort of 16, or it's cat duty, as we all do. Unfortunately, as part of fishing in North America, the cats are rife everywhere. Can't stop them. Yeah, I'll just spin you around and just show you how misty it is. This is how it is every morning. It's like this, and it's just dripping off the trees, soaking wet. You can see the boat in the middle of the picture. My rod's slightly on the left. As I'll zoom round, and right in the middle of the screen is Brian there. So now he's got two rods going with cats in a minute, so he's on catfish duty, as I said earlier. But yeah, look how thick mist that is, and that's every morning like that. And you've got about 25 foot of 3 inches of slime mud at the end, right near the shoreline, because the water's going down about. It's about 2.5 to 3 foot shoreline per day. It drops, which is probably about, I don't know, 8 inches of water, 6 inches of water. And the temperature's still in the 70s. And at the bottom of the dam, as they pull out, it's 68 that we've been told. So yeah, it's really warm. The water's well warm at the minute. But yeah, so I'll sign off. All the mud there, look, that's what you got to put up with. All the way along the bank there, look. All that's our footprints. That's been up and down all week. Yeah, it's been a blinding week. This is Thursday night. This is my last night. I'm wrapping up early morning. The boat's in. Half the gear's all packed away. I've just got the bare minimum for the night, just to end it. Brian done a couple of nights with me. He done really well. He had, you know, around 15 fish to I think he had a scrape of 30, but like load of 29, 28, 27s, 24s, that sort of stamp. But he done really well. It's another 20, not weighed it. It's £20. I thought I'd just show you. So it's a night shot, but hey-oh, there you go. Last night. £46. Look at that, on the mainline pineapple. I've had 4 others. I threw them back all under 20. Look at that. 46. Another PB. Woo! It's matching me PB common for the US. 240s on this trip. Look at that. As you can hear in the background, another take. 52 pound PB for me, 52. My other PB was 50 pound 9, and I've just done it. Look at that. That is one beast. On the IB main line, I had a 46 earlier tonight. I had a 45 earlier in the week. But look at that, 52. That is one beast.
Here we go, back to Canada. That's the St. Lawrence. Good old St. Lawrence. Bit more water. Homeward bound. Back to Canada. Well guys, hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it, fishing it and celebrating it. Yeah, I'm on my way home, and like down the bottom, ring the bell if you want any more videos coming your way. There's nothing in the short pipeline, but I will get to another video sometime as soon as possible. Yeah, so the biggest fish out of 30, I think 29 fish I had. The biggest fish was 52. Then I had a 46. Then I had a 45, and then I had a 34.8. Were my biggest. And then from 27, 28, all the way down to 10 pound. Most of them I just threw back. They was through the night, and they were like 16 or maybe 23, 24 pound. I put the odd ones on there if I had time to do, but if it was hectic and stuff at times, I just turfed them back and obviously carried on wading through them to try and get the bigger fish as it worked out. And you know, and obviously it come on trumps. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed everything. I hope you enjoyed the video, enjoyed the fish that I enjoyed for 5 days in a lake in the USA, and I will see you on another video. Laters, guys.